Podcast. I'm here with my brothers today.
What's good, everybody? It's Big Mo in the building, aka Mozilla is back, aka I'm gonna send it to Sean because he got all the AKAs.
Yo, what it do? We are live once again. Just like X said, this is Sean and Mo Dollars and X, Holiday Cigars.
It's smooth over here, y'all.
Hey, it's smooth here going on. How's your week?
You said how was the week?
For sure. How was y'all week?
Yeah, it's going good, man. We back at it again. Hump Day Wednesday. You know, just like life, man. Every week it's always something, but you just gotta keep trudging along, man. Keep trudging along.
That's
What you been up to?
I feel you there.
Man, can't complain, man. Just you know how it is. The grind don't stop. Life, man. I enjoy coming to this and spending time with my brothers and getting into it, man, and having great conversations, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. It's been a trying week, man, but it's been a good week. I can't complain. You feel me? So you know, it's definitely getting into that holiday spirit, man. Getting into everything. You know, Christmas 2 weeks away, so just getting ready for everything, Christmas, getting prepared.
It's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, about two weeks. Yep.
Man,
crazy, man. It sneak up on you like
the year is
out of nowhere, man. It's a thing we was talking. It's a thing we was talking about how this COVID thing. Oh yeah, man. 2020, we could throw it away. We about to go into 2021 with it.
Right.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, I think we got a good little show today, man. We got some topics on here, some nice current events. One of the ones I want to talk about first definitely is the verses with Keisha Cole and Ashanti. It's December 12th, 8 p.m. I'm definitely tuning into that.
Man, Keisha Cole, she was a strong singer. She got a strong voice.
For sure.
And a strong message. She kind of remind me of the modern day Mary J. Because
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because she always, her songs is always about her past relationships and stuff like that. That's how everybody knew Mary. You know, if Mary was going through something, they already knew. Oh, when she came out with that hit, they like, oh yeah, she tired of this dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This dude trying to get over. She not messing around, but I just tell you how strong she was. You know what I'm saying? She was a strong black woman.
Absolutely.
And she capitalized on it, and you know, and what better way to express? A lot of people express their feelings and emotions through music, and Mary was one of those. She was one, man. If she get on verses, my money is on her. I'm putting the whole bag.
Hands down.
Who you gonna put her against, though?
Huh?
Who you gonna put her against?
Her, I don't know. Her, we call her legacy crazy. Her catalog is nuts, man.
And that's why I said she got so much range.
Yeah, she won't. Nobody can go against her. So with the Keisha Cole and you said it's Ashanti, right?
Keisha Cole and Ashanti, man.
Ashanti, she got that
Ashanti got some bangers.
Yeah, but both of them got different. They both got different styles to them. You know what I mean? Ashanti, she got the whole mellow, soft. You know what I'm saying? Keisha Cole, you like.
Look, I said we definitely got to make sure you're on the women's good side throughout this verses, because they're gonna be singing directly to you, like Cardi said. Look, don't mess around.
I listened to a Keisha Cole song. I got a little nervous. I'm like, man, whoever she messing with better stop playing around.
I tell you what, you may not want to watch that versus with your significant other together, man, because she might swing on you, man.
Exactly. I remember when. Look.
Right.
Ashanti,
Like,
I rock with Ashanti though, man. She was I never like really listen. I don't even really think I listened to some of her songs like without Ja Rule, because she got a lot of features with Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like that back and forth melody, you know what I mean? And I don't know, Keisha Cole stand on her own. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely, and with you said.
Hold on, X,
you was breaking up a little bit, man, my brother.
X, we lost you for a second.
I don't know. You actually may have
solo hit.
X, repeat what you said. We lost you for a second, brother.
I was saying I definitely think Ashanti is gonna have a lot of her features going, because a lot of her bangers is a lot of those features that we know that's that's out there. However, she does have some solo stuff that is gonna rock, and then she got bangers too. But a lot of those that we know and that everybody's like those big time things is her feature. So it's gonna be interesting, man.
And that's the thing, though. That she get points for and credit because I mean, it's 2 instead of 1. It's just not solo. Like I can't even think like Keisha Cole. She has some features, but a lot of her bangers was solo. Like a lot of her classics. You know what I mean?
Keisha Cole, she can hold her own by herself. Like
that's what I'm saying.
You low-key don't need no features.
That's what I'm saying. So
we all love Keisha Cole's like Mary J. Blige. We want her to be miserable. We want her to be in a bad relationship. She's gonna come out with a bad outfit.
For sure. You said.
Hey, she doing her thing in that Power Book 2 as well.
Oh, don't tell me about it. I didn't know about that.
You ain't watched it?
I haven't watched the episode yet. It must just happen.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm with you. I ain't watched the season premiere episode yet either. I watched it when it first started, but yeah.
She cold. I looked at her different. Like she mad.
When they first started Power Book, I looked at her like, oh, she actually fit this role. Like it fit, and I'm like, she doing her thing.
Yeah, she did. She the truth. I mean, a lot of people thought, it could have been somebody else playing that role, but I think again, we talk about her music. She done went deep. She done developed a whole nother alter ego to even be able to act like that. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she feeling like she can go just rough and tough. Like, nah, you better go get that stuff and not play because I'm gonna tell you, daddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who do you take me for? A fool? Man, sit your ass down for. See, he said, hey, what's what he say? Sit your father down for.
And I
hold on, was you talking about Mary J. Blige or Keisha Cole on Power?
Hey, I done went into Mary
J. Blige.
Oh yes, I seen that. My bad.
But I see Mary. She looking like Nino Brown off of New Jack City.
She definitely.
Yeah. Definitely giving you the Nino vibes. But yeah, man, and you got to shout out all the artists, man. That's doing their acting on there because just to see Method Man to see him on there. And you like
professional. He was talking that talk. He got with it. You could tell he started. He looked up some high prolific cases. He was doing his YouTube. He was doing his YouTube teaching.
Right, absolutely.
For sure.
Method Man, he have had a couple videos that he acted in and a couple of shows that he acted in on a couple of roads. It was little roads, but this really made him even more bigger in that playing field. That's dope to see that in hip hop. See these actors like Method Man, DMX, LL Cool J, Ice T, Ice Cube. There's so many legendary people that in hip hop transition over. Snoop Dogg. There's so many of them that transition over, man. Even Ashanti.
I could see Method Man in what's Ice T playing
Law and Order.
I could see Method Man messing with some Law and Order.
I could see him on that too.
And that's the thing, because he really showed his range in the whole thing. Like, he wasn't just playing himself. He got a little bit of himself in there, but you could play that lawyer.
He got that come out like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, man. But nah, that versus is definitely, it's definitely. You giving it to Keisha Cole?
Oh, already? We didn't even start yet. Like,
Keisha Cole about to blow her out the water.
Yo, it's so funny because I told my wife Stephanie, like, hey, this verse is coming up on this Saturday. She's like, oh yeah, that's Keisha Cole already. Like, you don't even know who she going against. Like,
it don't matter. It's just her voice. Hey, Sub-Zero.
You said you feel that pain, huh? Finish her.
These are,
man.
I just thought about it. Don't these mans look like Sub-Zero off of freaking?
Oh, for sure.
Definitely do.
Yeah, man. But that's December 12th at 8 p.m., man. So, tune in. Definitely tune in. I know I'll be tuned in watching it. You're going to see all the girls with their baby fat coats and the little dino egg in their hair.
Yo! Gotta bring out the baby fat bubble coats, man.
The baby fat bubble coats.
Hey, keep up them apple bottom jeans.
Boots with the fur. For sure, man. Speaking of other entertaining news, man, what y'all think? Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul bout February 20th. They just announced that. I said, this is true entertainment now. We're not in the sport of boxing is entertainment now. You got a YouTube. Oh, for sure. And they definitely gonna bring the money in because Logan Paul, that YouTube, his YouTube following, he has a big YouTube following. That's gonna bring the money in because they may not watch boxing, but they're gonna watch it for him. Just like Floyd Mayweather automatically gonna bring the money in. So you mix that, just like with him and Conor McGregor, they knew it was gonna be good for the culture, and it's now becoming where boxing is where you meet up to entertain. It's not even about the sport no more. It's entertainment.
I think Floyd been waiting for a reason to get in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
You talking about him fighting somebody 20 years younger than him. You know what I'm saying? That dude that look. Hey, y'all don't understand. Look, and then he kind of like try to train who was Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he transitioned his like whole training. He studied Floyd's, his whole regimen. You know what I'm saying? Even with this past fight, you could tell like he was more. I'm telling you, man, he really studied. He idolizes Floyd. That's why he called him out, because now he feel like he got it. Other than his height and size. Look, Logan Paul, what he said was, this dude, even he stayed abstinent. This dude did not have sex. He didn't do nothing. He said his girl was mad at him. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? And then you see you see an interview with Floyd. He like, nah, you can't be around no women during your training. I think, I don't know how many X amount of months it was. But he was like, if you do that, it weakens you. You know what I'm saying? It takes away from your strength. And you know what I'm saying? And it totally contradicts what we think. We think that make us better. Or we gotta let one go.
For sure.
Right.
Not a boxer.
Sure.
It's something. I think they hold on to I think it's more like
that's
testosterone.
Yeah.
And that right there, that's what boosts you up. Like, I guess it's kind of like, it does kind of like feel like a relief in a sense, but in its boxing nature, they don't want to release. They want to keep all that to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't, but Floyd gonna beat the brakes off of him.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Nate just called his big brother on him. That's exactly what happened, man.
Yeah.
He said, "I'll be right back."
Yep.
Go get his big brother.
I mean, you see the long post from Floyd about Nate.
Man, I'll tell you what.
But
If Floyd get knocked
they're not
out,
fighting.
if Floyd get knocked out, man, I'm gonna be cracking up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's not gonna let. He's not about to let that dude knock him out.
No, he fighting Jake Paul's older brother. He's not fighting. Jake Paul is the one that fought Nate.
Oh,
Logan Paul.
Oh, he fighting
They
Logan
both.
Paul, the older brother.
The older brother. They both got into boxing.
I never seen him fight.
Wow.
Yeah, he got a couple too under his belt. I think he did a couple fights too.
Man,
but it's Logan. They both YouTubers. So Logan Paul, he's gonna fight Floyd, and this is what I say. I'm calling it now. And I was talking to one of my uncles in Canton, and he was saying the same thing. He think Logan Paul's gonna fight Floyd, and it's gonna lead up to Jake Paul fighting Conor McGregor, bringing that into, because Conor McGregor he's probably the most viewed, the most money that comes in from the UFC, fighting another YouTuber, bringing that money into boxing.
And all the followers, all the viewers and followers from the YouTube, if he making money like that, it's just another thing to capitalize on.
Entertainment.
Capitalize on the success and entertainment. I ain't gonna knock it. I'm just saying, if you train like that, if you got the build, you got the statue, then go ahead, man. Do what you got to do. Build your clout. And if somebody gonna take on to it, of course it's gonna be Floyd.
Absolutely, man.
For sure.
It's the money team, baby.
Yeah, man. But I'm telling you, if Floyd get TKO,
because y'all know,
I'm laughing.
Floyd don't drink. Floyd ain't never drunk. He don't drink, smoke. He don't do none of that. You know that, right? Floyd don't drink.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, Floyd.
I ain't know that. The way he was out.
He don't, unless when he retired, he probably, took a little swig. But I'm talking about like a habitual drinker. Like when, celebrities, like if they out in the club, they getting a bottle. Floyd, he's not getting a bottle. You know what Floyd's getting? He's getting a model. That's what he's getting.
True. And she might get a G-Wagon that day. She might get a G. Oh, I just met you. Come on, let's go get you a G-Wagon.
Yeah. Hey, man, if it's grade A, you might get a jet.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah.
Man, fucking buddy bag, you about to get the Jag. The jet.
Man, listen. Floyd don't care. First day. Oh yeah, I just met her at the club. I bought her a G-Wagon. What?
You can just imagine. You can just imagine it. Like, come on now. It's like what? Coming to America. He down in that tub. He's like, your royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That boy had trumpets, cornets, cellos, and everything sitting out there.
Right, man. Coming to America 2 is coming out next year. That's nice, man.
I hope it's hard to remake classics like that. The thing I look for in movies that piggyback off, and make a sequel off of like real life classic like that, and especially like the Fridays and stuff, it has to be funny. It got to be funny.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
For sure.
So.
And I seen something the other day, man, and I was looking at all the movies that's coming out, and it's crazy, man, because I seen they had the Fast and Furious 9 on there. They had Avatar on there. They had Space Jams 2, which that's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But, something about that, too, that and I'm going to just talk right now, because so with the Space Jams 2, a lot of the high profile players of today don't want to be in it going against LeBron, which I say that's some sucker shit. Because I'm dead serious. Because everybody back then, when Space Jam first came out, they didn't mind saying, look, Jordan is it. Even though we're great in our own right, Jordan is it. And they conceded to that and let pretty much, because in the movie, Jordan defeats an all-star team. Yeah. Nobody wanted to do that this time. Right. Exactly. Nobody wanted to do that this time. And I'm like, y'all some real suckers because y'all ain't want to say, hey, this man is better than me. This man is okay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see where you're going with it. Because
not for the sake of
stars, they got their gifts, they got their talents from ex-NBA
greatest players. From the NBA players at the time, but they were great NBA players. And Jordan, the only reason they didn't get Jordan because at that time he was playing baseball.
Right.
So he was out.
This the thing, X. You got people like, no offense, Paul George think he's a superstar when he's just a regular role all-star. Like, you gotta know your role. You think you on LeBron James level? No, you gotta pay homage what homage due. He's a legendary generation talent, just like Michael Jordan, just like Kobe Bryant. If he ever did a movie, matter of fact, Shaq, just like Shaq. We had what movie he did back in the 90s? Shazam, whatever. Kazam. Hot, man. Like, he hate on LeBron so much, bro. Like, he's
for sure.
Great, man.
For sure, man. So
thank you,
that's my thing.
Stephanie corrected me. She said it's Shazam. Thank you, man.
Oh, it's Shazam. It ain't Kazam.
I thought it was Kazam. I don't know why.
It's a gizzard.
For sure, man. But yeah, that's the only thing. I'm like, bro, y'all on some sucker stuff. Y'all really don't want to get into it, man. So, but you know, it's definitely some dope stuff coming out. Definitely entertainment. We need it during the times. We definitely need it, you know, as everything goes on. And you know, it's I'm glad to see all the stuff that's coming and all the stuff that they're doing, you know, to help us through this time, but especially with our mental health stuff, you know, and to kind of be a distraction from everything. But on a kind of a deeper note, man, it's crazy because, you know, we talk about some of the losses we've had in 2020, and that's been crazy, you know, losing Black Panther, just, you know, these important icons.
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah, exactly. And I wanted to say definitely rest in peace to Natalie Reed. She was from BAPS, and she did some other things, some other films. You know, she worked alongside Halle Berry and just did some things on her own, man. And she died at 53, bro. And it's crazy because it's young. When you look at that, that's a young age, man. That's really young. And then, you know, even here in our backyard here in Columbus, man, we wouldn't be a podcast about talking about, you know, how we feel and just giving you real stuff if we didn't talk about Casey Goodson here in Columbus, man.
Hey, and first off, X, before real quick, I mean, it's been a wild roller coaster in Columbus, you know. Just as far as we can look at the homicide rates, okay, you know, and the record, and just seeing the record. I mean, you know, we had 150 plus this year already. I mean, we surpassed the record months ago. Okay, so you know, just leading to, you know, our next topic, and you know, just coming to grasp of all this stuff. I mean, yeah, you know, COVID. And things like that, but you know, losing people, losing loved ones, it causes something. It causes some different type of mental health and traumatic experience in your life that carries on with people every day that they live. You know what I'm saying? Every day, anytime somebody loses a loved one, you always remember something. You could be walking down the street, you know what I mean? The street lights come on. You can remember being at a party or whatever, and this situation occurs, and it you can remember the time you had with that loved one. You know what I'm saying? And X, you can go ahead and start it off on Mr. Casey's story and the things that's populated over this time in the last few days.
Yeah, for sure, man. And with the Casey Goodson, man, it's just another I think senseless death and senseless issue that we definitely got to talk about, man. As Black men, it's a struggle every day to go out and be our authentic selves without. I read so much, like prime example, we put on a mask every.
Hold on, X. You got muted out real quick. Hold on real quick. Let's see. You muted out.
I'm there.
All right, we hear you now, brother. Continue on.
Yeah, we got to put a mask on anytime we leave out the house, man. And sometimes wear this persona, and with this, it's so crazy to me because it's so close to home, first of all, but at the same time, it makes no sense, man. Like, you can't do anything. You can't be you. You can't go to a dentist appointment and bring food home to your family. You can't be a Black man in America, pretty much. And the fact that you can be killed at your house, walking in your house with Subway sandwiches or Skittles or whatever else, following the law, doing what you're supposed to do, and be killed is ridiculous. And we got to have, I just think of the conversation I got to have with my son. At what age is my son no longer, oh, he's just a cute young man? At what age is he a threat to society? At what age is he a threat to America? And I hate to say it, from the day he was born, he was a threat to America because he was a Black man in a home with people trying to teach him to do right. Because he's a threat because of what he can do. So it's crazy to me, man. And I wanted to talk to y'all, especially because, like I said, it's so close to home. And, I know this is something we got to deal with. And I'm not just saying Black men, because I will say our Black women go through it too. And they go through it in the workplace in a different way. And on top of that, dealing with us Black men and having to, be that backbone for us, they also go through that same struggle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And they're nervous for us,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy. It's been going on since the time. I think it's been more relevant because of social media, because of film and the news. Like, who goes to say the news would even attack this story if it wasn't like a trend? Like, it's sad because now it's a trend.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trend.
Exactly.
Now you're getting publicity. Now you're getting shows. Now you're getting views. This shit turning into social media likes. You might as well, news stations turning into Instagram models. They catching on to the next big thing. All of a sudden now, we on CNN. His mom, that young man's mom is on CNN explaining how her son was shot in the back. Shot in the back, carrying a Subway sandwich. Keys in the door. Yeah. Open the door, flops onto the ground. Come on, man. Like that just, we don't know the facts. Don't credit us on this stuff. Honest, we getting our material from the media and what's put out there as well. We don't know all the facts, but we do know. But what we do know is this ain't the first time.
Exactly.
This is not the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. And honestly, as me, I've had my carry concealed since I was 21. And you know, we talking over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first got my CCWs, actually we got our stuff around the same time, didn't we?
For sure. For
And
sure. Yep.
we went and purchased our firearms and everything. Like no great. Me and we've been in this side. Me and Myers, what we do, you know, we come in contact with law enforcement officers on the daily, on the daily. You know what I'm saying? And there are, and you know, people I've run into, they are good. However, I have not seen them on the street. I can't speak how I've seen them on the street, but how I've dealt with a lot of law enforcement officers, I have no issues. Okay, I think my issues come from the growing up in a neighborhood where I would go to the corner store and you know, they had run into the store and tell me to lift my shirt up. You know what I'm saying? This is a big point I want to. This is a big point I want to make. In my mind, I'm not thinking nothing of it. But in my mind, I already know racism exists. You know why? Because my grandmother, which is my mom's mom, she is white. My grandma is white. The same woman that calls me and checks up on me, and I call her and do the same. And the same lady, when I get off the phone, tells me she loves me. She's white. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, but this is crazy. So I would go over to my grandmother's house back in the day, right? Back in the day, we toddlers, we little. Her mother took care of her mother. Okay. You know how many times I got called the N-word? I knew it wasn't right. It didn't feel right. My grandmother, who is white, her mom, who is white, called me the N-word. That is racist. Okay? That's racist. That's what you get. So in my mind, it took a lot for me not to build up that mentality as I grew up. Me, luckily, I was special in a way that I can, you know, take a person for who they were, or take a person for who they are, and how they treat me, how they respect me, and stuff like that. But this stuff, it's bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Especially for mixed families. Families that got, you know, parents that biracial, biracial. You got grandmother that's white, your mom white and black, and your dad black Puerto Rican. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We have to take all this in right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair that we have to go out here and feel and have a fear when we doing everything legally. You know what I'm saying? It's legal. So now I'm, you know, back to the CCW. Okay. It's wintertime. It's cold. What we call this? We call this hoodie season.
Right. For sure.
I like to wear a hoodie. A black hoodie in preference. I'm nervous now. Now I feel like I need to get something colorful. I need to get something bright. Give me a yellow hoodie or something now. Because you know why? Because if I put on a black hoodie, I feel like I'm a threat. And I'm going to I carry a firearm. I am licensed. I'm legal. We exercise our Second Amendment, our right to bear arms. Why should I feel that way? Why should my heart be pumping out of my chest?
But Mo, is it our right or is it Americans' right?
I mean, it's Americans' right too. That's what I'm saying. But that's the only reason why I did it. That's the only reason why I got it. That's the only because I was able to. I was able to do it. So why should I be in fear over something I'm allowed to do? Just like any other person, white, green, black, purple, pink, it just shouldn't matter. But I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? They're putting on their gear, they putting their pants, and they put their pistol in their holders. And you know, a lot of people, and they going about their business, not in fear of if they gonna come back home safe to their family. Because of something they're doing legally.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? But like I said, we don't know the facts to that case. Okay. But like we do know the facts to, you know, things that's been leading up and things that's come about. Okay. And that's what causes this whole, you know, and if you haven't gone through it, you wouldn't feel how we feel inside.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I should say, because I have spoken to somebody, you know, Caucasian descent. You know what I'm saying? And you know, their kids was profiled and for having long hair or you know things like that. They think they're, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, it goes both ways, but the probability isn't as high as for African American folks.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing too. I know I'm going on. This is the thing. What did we know about the Franklin County Sheriff? What background did they give us? Have they given us anything? But
Mhm.
already they're looking into that young man's past history. What trouble has he
Mhm.
been? What has he been doing? What was his schedule like that day? Was he in the wrong? But
Exactly, and that.
information
And,
on the other party who killed that young man.
and for me, man, I just want to tap into this, man. I myself personally dealt with police brutality and things of that nature.
Sean, we seen this happen in our
Yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah.
I'm not gonna give out I'm not gonna go
We
into
can't say the
details, but
names,
Sean,
but we seen
we
it.
seen this happen. We seen
Seen
these
it.
things happen. We experienced this stuff. Me and Sean, we in high school year, we from the same neighborhood,
Yeah,
and we seen this
Mhm.
stuff. That's why I move how I move, and that's why we move accordingly. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like, damn,
Mhm.
like they done scared the shitless out of us. Like,
And
damn,
that
come
it's
on,
just
man.
crazy because it was
Come on,
second
man.
nature to us being that predicament, being that element. For us, where we grew up at, the hood was safe, but our issue was the cops. It
Mhm.
was nothing to do with living that environment, hearing the gunshots and being in the hood and things like that. A lot of our issue was if a cop pull you over or you walking back home from the corner store, you see that cop pull up slow to you. First thing in your head, like, oh man, here it go again.
Oh man.
I didn't do nothing. Like, why is
Hey,
this
you
happening?
about to you gonna piss your shit on yourself.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I've been there personally, seen the barrel of a gun from a cop to my head. I seen it just being black, no criminal record, nothing like that, and just being black, man. And this is a conversation that my dad taught me about, me and my brothers about. It's a conversation that his dad taught me, his kids about, and it's a conversation I'm having my little one and my nieces and nephews.
And that's
It's a
sad.
conversation that we have to have, man. We have to have a reality. Sometimes people like you have the fairy tale people believing like Santa Claus, things like that. Our reality, we can't have those fairy tales. Our reality is talk to our kids about what's going on. Sitting down, like, hey, when you go out that door, make sure you do this, this, and that before you can get home
Mhm.
safe. And we at the point now, one of the rappers said, now this stuff is getting televised, man. It's been going on for years. Don't get me wrong, it is good cops out there. I know some of my stuff. I got friends, brothers that's out there. I get that. And I'm talking about white and black. So, and I get that. But the ones of this element that's happened is hard for me, man. Like Mo X saying, bro, when it touches home, it's something different, bro. Like it's sad, bro. It's sad that a mother had to bury their own son, a father had to bury their own son at that young age, man. It touched me personally. That's why I'm just listening, just taking it in. But it's this right here, this conversation is tough.
My thing, it
And
was like it was like, how did you feel that he was a threat? If you get shot in your back, that means you moving away. Even if it
Right.
was to make it in the house. Even if he was to make it in the house. Listen, I don't work for that department. I don't work for I don't work for them. I don't know what their protocol is, policy, anything like that. But it's something in your human intuition that tells you this ain't right.
and,
It
and
ain't
this is
right.
and this is what I'm gonna say to that, man. Because I don't, it's bad because I don't wanna harp on it, but at the same time, man, working in the field that I work in, I became a use of force trainer, which I became a use of force trainer to be able to train use of force, and I can train any officer on use of force. And this is a key that I'm gonna say, man, and this is why it's important that we take that time and not only vote for our presidents, but actually think about the people we put in office besides the president and our lawmakers. Because when you think about the laws of when we teach the laws to the use of force and use of force, everything is to protect the officer so they can get home safe. But at the same time, they can perceive anything as a threat. Our size, my size in general, could be perceived as a threat to a smaller officer because that officer could say he can overpower me. So he got aggressive, he got mad, he was combative. And they say, what is the number one reason? What is the number one tell of a possible use of force situation? You know what the number one tell is? Non-compliance. So if I don't do exactly what you say, or if I question what you say, you could say I'm non-compliant and I can possibly be aggressive. And that's where it's got to change. I mean, like you said, I have my CC dub, and the fact that I got to tell my son at 4, if a cop pull us over, I'm nervous because I have my CC dub. When they run my plates, they automatically know he has his CC dub. He possibly has a gun in the car.
It comes up. That's why they ask.
And I got a 4-year-old son. He back there. He 4. He playing. He may have a toy in his hand, but that's something I got to worry about. That's real as a black man in America. And like you said, I know cops. I know people that I went to high school with, black cops here in Columbus. I know a dude I played in college. He's a white cop. And I know them as good dudes personally, but my thing is you can't let that stuff happen within your precincts either. If you see some dumb stuff, you see some bull stuff, you got to call it out. But the problem is, just like with anything, just like the hood got a code, and just like prisons got a code, cops got a code. And it's like, look, if you a bad cop and you telling another cop, my thing is, do you know if one cop shoots, pretty much, and there's multiple cops on the scene, that all cops are supposed to shoot?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Oh, because one cop shot, and that way you can't say who killed who.
Yeah.
If multiple cops shoot you, you can't exactly. You can't just say, "Oh, this cop killed my." No, you can't do that. Even though that may have been the most combative cop, and it's just a protection, man. So it's crazy. Like I said, we wouldn't be a podcast of 3 brothers talking, what we talk if we didn't talk about this. And I just wish well for the family. It's been a lot going on, and for our mental health, it's just one of those things that it's crazy to see, man, and have to have that conversation with our kids and just in general, man. It's one of those things that, but we have to take serious. We have to put people in place, man, because when it comes to these laws, the laws are outdated, man. And the laws, as a use of force trainer, there's some things that I hate to say, and there's some things that when I see and people like, man, hey, he was wrong, like that cop was wrong, how's that gonna happen? And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna tell you, he's about to get off on this, because guess what? The laws protect him on that.
Absolutely.
So get, man, I gotta get into some good stuff, some black excellence, some stuff that's like positive at this point.
Yeah, definitely though, before, what I mean, prayers going out, of course, to a loved one that was lost, over, like we said, we don't know the facts of everything. I mean, I'm sure things is going to come out. We see that the investigators, they're investigating on a different level now. And we're just going to see and what comes out about it, like we said. So, but at the end of the day, nobody, deserves that, regardless, and especially to be mistaken. You know what I mean? And you could just think of how many people have been incarcerated over mistaken identity over something. I tell you this, that's been my biggest fear, because I may fit the description of somebody else that done something stupid, and now I'm held accountable, and all the fingers is pointing at me. You know what I'm saying? That's been my biggest fear. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, they make movies about this stuff. Do you see the documentaries on Netflix about this stuff? You got that movie with what's your girl that played on Scandal? Kerry Washington. And you know the one guy about their son. It's called I think it's called American Son.
American Son.
Yeah, that movie tripped out. If this stuff ain't happening, why is people making these movies and profiting off of this stuff? Is real.
Right.
It's you know what I'm saying. So go ahead, express. We're gonna leave it.
And it's funny that you said, yeah.
Go ahead, what you got going, man?
It's funny that you say that because I'm gonna tell you. I don't know who this dude on the east side is, but his name is Fat something. And I know his name, but I ain't gonna put it on here. But everybody always tell me like, "Hey, bro, you like Fat? What you call him?" And I'm like, "Bro, don't tell me that. I hope he a good guy. I hope he a good guy.
That ain't me. That ain't me. Here go my birth certificate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. But nah, I wanted to talk about an event that's happening this Saturday, man. It's with a guy named Dante, and it's Dante's Gift Express. If you got a chance, man, I say check out the website. It's Dante, DONTES, giftexpress.com. That's his website, man. And he's based in Cleveland. He was born and raised in Cleveland, lived on the east side of Cleveland. And what he's doing is giving back to families for Christmas, man. And I went on his website. His mission, he's Cleveland native. He went to Shaw High School, and pretty much he serves the community and helps out. Since 2013, he's been giving gifts to families, and he's raised nearly $15,000 and delivered gifts to over 2,000 homes in East Cleveland.
Damn, so that's great.
That's major right there.
It's big things, man. And right now he's got 300 plus volunteers, but you know, they're always looking for volunteers, man, and people to go in. So the way you donate? You can donate, and the way you can get involved, he got it on his website. You can go down and say get involved. You can make a tax deductible donation, write a mail or check to the Neighborhood Leadership Institute. And that's at 5246 Broadway Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 44127. But
what's the website again, X?
The website is DantesGiftExpress.com, and that's DONTES giftexpress.com. And I'm gonna let Sean talk about it in a little bit. But yeah, that's definitely something you should check out. I think this Saturday is where he'll be giving out gifts, correct, Sean?
Yes, that is correct, man. Dante Gibbs is a very big known person up in the Northeast community, especially in the minority urban areas. He's been doing a lot of great things in that area. He's my cousin, my second cousin, and the past, I think 7 or 8 years, me and our family up here in Cleveland been giving back and donating to the event, and we also help participate in it. It's very known. A lot of the families out there, over I believe 2+ families, and giving gifts. That's huge, man. Yeah. To hear that, especially what's going on in our environment, to have something positive like that, doing that, giving back, not just doing a toy drive, but physically going to door. And if you have 5 people in your household, 5 people getting gifts. If you have one person in your household, 1 person getting gifts. That's huge to see that.
That's awesome.
It's amazing thing. It's amazing feeling. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we're not able to be up there. But definitely, if you're in the East Cleveland area or the Cleveland area, make sure you have when someone knocking on your door, it's not no robbery. It's someone, it's the Santa Claus is giving you gifts. So
the neighborhood Santa Claus. I mean, he had a segment with I seen I think he posted it. It was about it was a news segment up there. And I mean, it's legit. This is legit. it is really legit. You go to the website, you see the numbers, and it's no falsification. This young man has been doing, a great deed in the neighborhood and in the community, and he's really heartfelt about these families receiving these toys and these gifts that they won't that they couldn't be fortunate and they're blessed with through this Dante gift exchange. So everybody,
Yeah.
please, please, please go back on there. Check out the website. If you can donate, I'm donating. I'm actually sending my donation through here in a couple hours. But just do what you can do. Put it out there. Spread the word out. If you know anybody in the Cleveland area, I know we're in Columbus right now, and a lot of our followers are in Columbus. But I mean, just share it. You see the website, you see the news article, anything like that, just share it because it's something very positive for
It's very
For sure.
huge, man. And another thing on top of that, and what he done in this pandemic with his whole majority of this year, they raised over, I believe, 80,000 plus masks that they passed out to families and homes and to the community. That's huge.
That's
They
good.
started at the Dante Gift Express. They started at earlier this year, back in March, of donating that as well. So they've been doing some great things in the community. Another part that they have started back in 2016 is you have an opportunity to do a nomination for a family in need. It started back to his grandma Betty Ruth Fellows, which was my great aunt. She was like a big mom in our family. Very informational in the family. And he did this called a Betty Ruth Family Gift that they do every year. So you have an opportunity to go on the website and nominate someone that in that Cleveland area should deserve a gift for your family. So it's huge,
What's
man.
up?
Exactly. So we put the website on our YouTube. We'll probably shout it on our Instagram and Facebook too. So definitely check in on that. And yeah, man. So big things, and I wanted to end it on a positive note. So that's a good thing that's happening in Cleveland. We'll make sure we send that to y'all. And yeah, man. I enjoyed this time with my brothers, man. I enjoyed it. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me vent a little bit. We needed this, man. So
yes.
and then just check us out. We got our YouTube page up and running. So check out our YouTube channel. Everything's at Parlay and Cigar Podcast. We're on IG, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. So, check us out, man. We continue to bring this dope content and continue to, just enjoy ourselves, man. And it's Parlay and Cigars. It's smooth over here, baby.
Smooth.
Absolutely. And I'll tell y'all one more thing, man. I know it's crazy. We're in a pandemic. If you could, grab a drink, whether it's apple juice or Kool-Aid or wine. Toast up, man. Love you, brothers, man. Smooth over here, man.
All right,
man. Love y'all, brother. Yep.